And welcome to Chiefs playoff baseball here on this little clear sky now. Thursday afternoon. Chiefs getting ready to take on Wayne Academy game 2. They won game 1 Tuesday night down at Wayne Academy, 7-2. Here tonight for hopefully just one game. Win game 2, the series is over. If they lose game 2, then we'll have to play game 3 immediately following. Set the defense real quick for the Chiefs, same as it's been for a while now. Left to right in the outfield, Shaw Coley, Braden Burford, Jack Price, third to first. Ethan Barnes at third tonight. Trey Miller, Cole Prosek, and Leland Weldon in the battery. Pitching and catching is Quincy Pratt behind the plate and Connor Edge, senior right-hander, on the mound. Real quick before we get started, lineup for the Jaguars of Wayne Academy. Eli Moody at short, Cohen Wallen at second, Patton Shirley in left, Colton Stringer in center. Tylen Wooten will be on the mound tonight, pitching for the Jaguars. His battery mate, Caden Lowry, behind the plate, Cale Graham in right, Braxton Hammeter at first, and Hunter Hillman at third base. So a little late start, scheduled for 4. However, rain came right as time to kind of pull the tarp and get ready. So we're a little delayed, but we are here ready to go. First pitch coming from Connor Edge to Eli Moody. He was 0 for 3 Tuesday night. First pitch, check swing, doesn't go, says first base umpire. Ball 1. One thing I noticed Tuesday night, they are definitely free swinging, early in counts, ready to go. Didn't see a lot of pitches. And, again, check swing, first pitch tonight. So 2 balls, no strikes. Edge delivers, and that's going to miss 3 balls in a row to start the game. Sure will be taken here in the leadoff spot. Jaguars come in solid red pants, red top, blue hats, blue belt, blue socks. Little two-seamer there for strike 1, 3-1. Chiefs come to battle today, white pants with the navy pipe, light blue button-up tops, and the navy Chief Wahoo cap. Swinging ball up the middle. Trey bobbles it, but is able to pick it up in time for the 6-3 put out. So with 1 out, Cohen Wally, the second baseman. Ball 1 misses inside. Good fastball there. Outside part of the plate. Evens it up at 1-1. So again, I'm Shaker Turner, and on the call with me now, Asher Coy Turner. He's also working the – yeah, that's a good pitch right there for strike 2. If we can get that call and make that pitch consistently tonight, Connor Edge is going to be tough to hit. But he's supposed to also be working the scoreboard on your screen. It's 1-2, 1 out. One out. There we go.
Sorry. Forgot what I was supposed to be doing.
There you go. Can't show up here, we'll put you to work. So 2-2. Fastball in. Another ground ball right there. Trey Miller makes the clean play, fires the first for the 6-3 put out. So that's going to bring up 2 down, nobody on. Tuesday night's pitcher, Patton Shirley, is going to be in left tonight. And had a good outing. I thought was really good for him Tuesday night. Had some bad luck on defense, and most of the big hits that we got, a lot of them were right after an error maybe. Good breaking ball right there from Connor Edge. He's starting to find that, it looks like. If he can find that breaking pitch with that fastball right there on the corner of the plate down and away and can come in like that, it's going to be a pretty good night for him. That's quality pitches he's found. Started off looking for the zone, battled through it, and that's pretty good right there.
That's going to be tough to hit.
Dynamite drop in, Monty. Not sure what happened there. A little miscommunication, maybe. Maybe the electronic voice into Quincy right here. Pitch call malfunction, maybe. Ooh. Two-seamer up. That ball had a little life to it. Was not straight. 1-2, 2 outs. Nobody on base. Conrad delivers. Good inside fastball right there. Got in on the hands a little bit. Pops it up. Looks like Trey Miller's going to make all 3 outs. That's going to do it for the top of the first with the Jaguars. And your Chiefs will come up bottom of the first looking to score. We'll be back. And welcome back. Chiefs get 3 up, 3 down. Jaguars, top of the first, are going to come up to bat here. Cole Prosek, your second baseman, leading it off. It's going to be followed by Trey Miller at short, Ethan Barnes, Preston Sowell, DH, and Quincy Pratt, Shaw Coley, Jack Price, Leland Weldon, and Braden Burford. Tuesday night, Cole's 1 for 4 with a double. Ball 1 there, so in case you haven't noticed, Tyler Wooten, sidearm pitcher. So that's going to be fastball running into righties away from lefties, and then he's got a sweeping breaking ball I saw him warming up with. Make the ball go either direction. And good swing right there, Cole. And that's going to be fair for a ground rule double, bounces over the fence. So leadoff double, start the game in the bottom of the first for the Chiefs, Cole Prosek. I'm going to bring up Trey Miller.
Now batting number 11, Trey Miller.
So in my experience, sidearmers like this had a pretty good one. I was back at Lewisburg. Tyler Scholl, current head coach there now, but kind of one of the first that you saw be successful sidearm here at a high school level in our age, and just left-handed hitter, that two-seam just keeps running away from him. I think there just kind of left it over the middle of the plate a little bit. Started too far in to Cole. See him move that away from him probably. Probably going to do it here with Trey too, I assume. Use the breaking ball to come in and stay away with that fastball. Right there, just misses down. 1-0 to Trey.
Sorry.
Cole gets his lead at second. Sure, Coach McMahon wants to score in the first. So I'm going to let Trey swing it away. So here, as a hitter, if you're getting to hit away and not bunting or hitting a run or anything, looking to hit something to the right side, move Cole to third. So that's where Wooten can kind of stay away with that fastball and make it hard to do that. If he can throw that two-seamer, Trey's going to probably have to get up on the plate. Right there. That's two balls he's made contact with, both to the left side. And unless that's for a hit, it doesn't move the runner. So pretty good job there by Wooten. Trey steps back in. Looks like he might be a little closer to the plate. Wooten sets. Cole gets his lead at second. I think that may have been a breaking ball that just didn't get outside of right there, stayed out on him. And that's going to be strike three. Like I said, just keeps running away from that lefty. With nobody out running at second, got to find a way to get him moved over. That's going to be Ethan Barnes, tonight's third baseman.
Now batting, number 13, Ethan Barnes.
So now after what happens now, this is our first right-handed hitter we've seen against him. So that fastball is now just going to keep running in on his hand. So got to really get the barrel to it here. And then if you get that sweeping breaking ball, it's going to keep running away from him. Cole tries to time him up right there, steal third base.
Ooh.
There's that little sweeping breaking ball. And the speed of it also affects you. Get out, you're ready to hit, kind of amped up.
Ready for that fastball.
Yeah, you get loaded, and then it just kind of keeps floating to you. Never gets there. Kind of what happened there, I think. I think Barnes saw it, but it's just too far ahead of the game. I think that hit him, yeah. It's a dead ball.
Ooh.
So hit by pitch for Barnes there. It's going to bring up Preston Sowell. Hit two-run home runs Tuesday night.
Really?
A little alliteration for y'all there.
Now batting, number 21, Preston Sowell.
Going to come up runners at first and second, one out. So with one out, I look for Cole to continue to try to get the jump. Steal third base if he gets the opportunity, if he times him up right. Wooten did a good job changing his time and his looks. So that's sweeping breaking ball there, misses ball one. Playing him pretty straight up in the outfield. Ball two. One difference between Wooten and Shirley Tuesday night. Pat Shirley's definitely worked a little quicker, which is probably part of Wooten's kind of game plan and repertoire, if you will. Keep the pace low. Don't let you get kind of settled in. and just keep throwing that floater right there. Either way, 2 balls, 1 strike. 2 men on, 1 out. And there he goes. So Cole finally times up. Wooten takes third base there. 2-2 count. So now runs to second, third. Preston Sowell trying to get a run in here.
Maybe you were right.
And that sweeper's going to miss ball 4. So again, Chiefs putting some pressure on here offensively. Kind of the pace that Wooten is bringing to the game here, I think, is advantage Jaguars. Chiefs are pretty tough when they get some momentum, and you would think, base loaded 1 out, got some momentum, but not very energetic, not very, just kind of, again, I think Wooten's done a good job controlling the pace and putting it in, not letting it get in Chiefs' favor. See if Quincy can change that for us. Base loaded 1 out. Ball 1. So now he's got that breaking ball a lot, and there was the 2-seamer fastball from the side coming back in there. Start off as a ball off the outside part of the plate, broke back into the corner. So as a hitter, you got to know that's in there. You got to stay on it, make sure you don't fly off of it. But at the same time, he'll throw that same pitch on the inside part. He flips one out to the outfield, and that's going to get down. Allows everybody to move up 1 base. It's a good hustle from Cale Graham there. Ball just out of reach, so Quincy's going to get a RBI single. Scores Cole. And coming up to the plate, still 1 out, bases loaded. Shaw Coley. Catcher Caden Lowry is going to go out and talk to Tyler Wooten. Shaw Tuesday night 0 for 3 and a walk. Chance here to drive in a run, maybe 2. So the hard part there, that sidearm coming from so far down and the angle so far towards third base, going to the outside to a right-hander, so to the left-handed batter's box across his body. That's a tough pitch to stay behind and still get the same action that he would inside. And that's going to be a ground ball, chance to turn double play. Gets the first one, can't pick the second one, and that's going to score 2 for the Chiefs. Good hustle by Coley. So Ethan and Preston are going to come in. Make it 3-0. Chiefs. And now Jack Price comes to the plate, 2 outs, runner at second. Last second time out there. Umpire grants to Jack. So no pitch there. Still 0-0. Again, that floater there, just see it a long time. Never kind of gets to you. It's tough to lay off of. Ball outside, 1-1. Jack Price fly ball behind second base. Cohen Wally makes a great play. That's Willie Mays style. So that's going to do it. Bottom of the first for the Chiefs. They score 3. Lead it 3-0 going into the top of the second. We will be back. And welcome back. Top of the second. Chiefs lead at 3-0. Colt Stringer, the Jaguar center fielder, is going to lead it off. Hit 2 hits Tuesday night. And he was 2 for 3, and the third was his first at bat. And he got a tough pitch, and he laced a line drive that Shaw Coley was able to catch. But that breaking ball is going to start it off 0-1. It's a chopper to Barnes. Throws across to Leland. 5-3 put out. 1 out, bottom or top second.
Now batting number 3, Tyler Wooten.
Now,
Pitcher's up.
pitcher Tyler Wooten. Right-handed side armor, left-handed hitter. And fastball up for strike 1. We hadn't gotten to our Coach Dez fit segment yet, but the Jaguar first base coach giving him a little bit of competition. Got the thin hoodie, which is that's my all-time favorite thing to wear at any point. Those red pants. Got the Sun G's on his cap. No doubt. It's such a long drive. I don't know who I'm not questioning in a negative manner, but I don't know how they're in the north. Again, not saying anybody's wrong, just saying I wouldn't have guessed that. They, somebody said they're closer to to the coast than they are to Jackson.
And they're on the Alabama line.
And the Alabama line, so way over there. Great sharp breaking ball right there from Connor Edge for strike 3. Tough pitch right there. But either way, north or south, it's a long ride from here to Wayne Academy.
It's like saying the Cowboys are in the, NFC East?
In the East, yeah.
Yeah.
So 2 quick outs there. It's going to bring up catcher Caden Lowry. Fastball in, misses. Caden was 2 for 3 Tuesday night. He got the single that allows a chance to make a play at the plate. We did. That's going to be fastball for a strike. Evens it up 1-1. Breaking ball just misses.
Three.
Strike 2 evens it back up. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, nobody on base, and fouls off the breaking ball. Pretty good pitch there by Edge, throws it at his hip. Lowry does a good job as well, staying on it. Quincy Pratt asks, redo the sign from the dugout. Connor Edge kicks and delivers. And strike 3. So 3 up, 3 down, the top of the second. Go the Jaguars. Leland Weldon, Braden Burford, and then back to the top of the order. Cole Prosek coming up for your Chiefs. They lead it 3-0. Bottom 2 will be back. And we're back, bottom of the second, going to lead it off. Leading Weldon, your chief first baseman. Leland was 1 for 3 Tuesday night with an infield hit, showing off the speed. Fastball in for ball 1. And there you go, a little floating breaking ball inside part of the plate. Looks at it for strike 1.
He's coming over the plate at 57 miles an hour.
Same pitch, gets him out front, pops it up to second baseman. Cohen's going to make the play, the F4 put out. So, yeah, going back that little sweeping breaking ball. Just have to wait on it so much. You know, young hitters, it's hard to do.
14, Braden Burford.
As Braden Burford comes to the plate for the Chiefs. 0 for 3 Tuesday. Little two-seamer in, misses in. As that little sweeper, strike one, evens it back up. And I'm going to take this time. I got to give the nod to my man, Coach Dez. I think he wins it again. Solid white pants with the tweeners. Got the red swoosh on them. On those navy socks. Got his sleeves under his BP top. Got a little flow. Got good hair. Shades. I mean, he's just rocking it. Ain't no day. He just rocks it. Sweeper foul straight back. Again, you have to be so disciplined and committed to staying on that pitch and letting it get to you. And Wooten's done a pretty good job with it. I want to be Coach Dez when I grow up, I think. I definitely cannot achieve the flow. That's going to be two-seamer off the fist right there. Ground ball to second baseman, makes the play. So after you see that sweeping breaking ball, you know, not very much velocity, and you wait on it, and then he throws that two-seam fastball at your hands. It's just a hard pitch to get back on. As Cole flips the order here. Led off the bottom of the first with a double. So 2 down, nobody on. Trying to find a way to scratch one run here. Stays away there. Kind of flies off a little bit. Again, outfield playing him pretty straight up. And come back to that breaking ball. He stays on it. Hits it hard. Foul. 0-2. I look for two-seamer off the plate here. Yeah, it looks like the catcher's going there. Oh. Yeah. Yep. Foul ball coming back. Little girl took off running. Mom made a play. Still 0-2, 2 outs, nobody on. Wooten delivers. Prosek sends fly ball down the line and left.
Oh, shoot.
Heck of a play.
Uh-uh.
Oh, no. I thought third base umpire, I thought signaled out. Left fielder Patton Shirley hits the fence over the top of it. Yeah, his arm, that's dangerous. I thought he might have cut it open.
Yeah, it could have been bad.
Prosek stays alive. Tough play. Shirley. Ball one down and in. Prosek lays off. Sun's picking up a little bit. Rumor has it there's another sail coming through. Sends a fly ball out to center field. Stringer moves under. It looks camped, and he's going to make the catch for the third out. That's going to do it in the second. So 2 complete. Chiefs lead it 3-0. Top of the third coming up. We'll be back. And welcome back. Top of the third. Connor Edge back out for your Chiefs. Right fielder Cale Graham leading it off for the Jaguars of Wayne Academy. Good breaking ball right there. Strike 1. Same breaking ball stays inside. Misses ball 1. Evens it up 1-1. Burford shaded in center, a little towards right field. Everybody else pretty straight away. Good fastball down and in. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Fights off, good breaking ball. Going to be grounded to Trey Miller. It's short, bounces it across to Leland. He picks it for the out.
Now batting number 6, Braxton Himmeler.
And first baseman Braxton Himmeler coming to the plate. 1 out, nobody on. Had an RBI single Tuesday night.
Is this next guy Hillman or Hillman? Now batting number 7, Hunter Hillman.
And Hamner pops up to Cole Prosek at second base. It's going to bring up third baseman Hunter Hillman. And strike 1 from Edge. 2 down, nobody on base. Not a bad breaking ball there. Umpire Deems just missed. Breaking ball in the dirt. I asked for the appeal at first. He says no, he did not. 2-1. I don't know if we have the ability, but I'd like to mark that pitch right there and go back and save it later. That was one of the best two-seamers you'll see in high school. You talk about arm side run with bite. There it was. And then come back with a breaking ball going the other way. That's pretty tough. That's going to be Connor's third strikeout as he closes out the top of the third. And Trey Miller, Ethan Barnes, Preston Sowell going to hit bottom of the third for your Chiefs. We'll be back.
Oh.
And welcome back. Bottom of the third, Trey Miller leads it off. Struck out his first at bat. Takes fastball outside for ball one.
You got to think about that one for a minute.
I did. So 3 balls, no strikes. And leading off bottom of the third for Trey Miller. Two-seamer misses down, ball 4. Ethan Barnes comes to the plate. He was hit by a pitch in his first at bat.
Now batting number 13, Ethan Barnes.
I look for Trey to go at some point. Just time it takes to deliver a pitch this way, plus the speed of the pitch. Look for him to go, but Barnes swings at the first pitch for a base hit to the left. Going to move Trey up to second.
Now batting number 21, Preston Sowell.
So now nobody out. Runs at first and second. Preston Sowell again. He walked in his first at bat. 2 home runs Tuesday night.
Two home runs, right? Is that what you said?
Outfield still playing him straight up. Drive to center. Stringer moves back. Going to make the play, and both runners are going to advance, tagging up. So second, third with one out for Quincy Pratt. Excuse me, boy. All right, second, third, one out, Quincy Pratt. Again, that sweeper. 60 miles an hour. Pretty effective pitch. Same thing, Quincy there, I think just stared at it for so long. You see it for so long, it's hard to take. Just kept watching it, kept running from him, and he couldn't hold up. Chased it, fouls it off. That's one more over the plate, and he sends it to deep center. It's going to fly out, but it's deep enough. It's going to score Trey Miller and move Ethan Barnes to third base. Right fielder coming at Stringer pretty aggressively right there. He was going to make the play. So a walk and a single, and then two fly outs to center field. Plates one for the Chiefs so far now. Runner at third, 2 outs. Shaw Coley. Fielder's choice, 6-4. First at bat with scored a run. Sweeper way out. Caden Lowry back picks to third. I think it's a pretty good decision there. Pitch made him be a little bit off balance. I think normal play there probably gets him. And I think ball 4.
Number 15, Jack Price.
So runs at first and third, 2 outs. Jack Price comes to the plate. Fly out to second. Two-seamer back over the outside part of the plate, strike 1. I'll look for Coach McMahon to put something in motion here. Whether it's just a straight steal or some way to try to score a cheap run here with 2 outs. Sweeper off the plate. Ball 1. As Shaw Coley takes off, he's going to steal second. Catcher's indifference there. Wooten's 52nd pitch just delivered. 53 on the way. Second, third, 2 outs. Jack Price trying to knock in 2. So Ethan Barnes times up, catching the lob back to the pitcher from the catcher.
That was
Comes in,
an
scores.
awkward slide right there.
Pretty awkward. I think he's stuck. I think he goes head first, and the wet that plate, dirt around the plate there, he's stuck, face plants. Either way,
Got that scorpion slide.
Scorpion slide for the second run. Makes it 5-0 Chiefs.
That was a strike.
Definitely the first time we've still home this year.
It's 2-2, 2 outs, runner at second. Jack Price is trying to tack one more run on here. And Coley times it up. Good play by Hammer there at first base on a foul ball dive. Going to retire Jack Price for the third out. Close out the third inning. And top of the fourth coming your way. Back at the top for the Jaguars. We'll be back. All right, and top of the fourth, Jaguars top of the order, Eli Moody. Ground out to short in his first at bat. Breaking ball is going to be hit to Ethan Barnes at third. Plays through it. Finished by Leland. 5-3 put out. Second baseman, Cohen Wiley.
Now batting number 11, Cohen Wally.
Got some new mascot up here in the press box. Coach Long's dog. Waylon. Fastball, strike one. So 0-1. Breaking ball there, misses away for ball two. Sorry, got confused for a minute. I'm locked back in now, though, Asher. Good breaking ball. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Two-seamer in there for strike 3. Handcuffs Quincy a little bit, gets thumb there. Any catchers know what I'm talking about. Picks it up, tags him. Pretty good pitch right there from Connor Edge. His 4th strikeout today. That's going to bring up left fielder Patton Shirley. First pitch, fly ball out to Braden Burford. He's going to Catch it to retire. The Jaguars in the top of the fourth, if I'm not mistaken. 3 pitches? No, they had a strikeout. 5-pitch inning there. Anyway, that's going to close out top of the fourth. Chiefs due up in the bottom. Leland Weldon, Braden Burford, Cole Prosek. And I'll get my act together before we come back. And we're back, bottom of the fourth. Chiefs lead at 5-0 over the Jaguars. Leland Weldon comes to the plate and squeaked out a run there in the last inning on a steal home. Kind of take advantage of the lob back to the pitcher. Steals home for the 5th run. Something you don't see every day. Again, I'm Shaker Turner with me now. Junior Weaver on the call.
Yeah, sometimes you catch that catcher dropping to both knees and lobbing the ball back to the mound. You got to drop down guy on the mound. He has to alter his throw, so different throws, so you can take advantage of that.
Did a good job there. Speaking of, you bring up different arm angles and stuff, and here we have Tyler Wooten. 1 ball, no strikes here to Leland Weldon. So sidearm guy, 2-seamer running back in on righty, kind of a sweeping breaking ball going away from him. Backhanded at third. Pretty good play there by Hunter Hillman for the put out. But going back to Wooten, what's the approach now? That sweeping breaking ball it's not very, doesn't have much velocity, kind of gets us out front and just kind of had us struggling all day here.
Yeah, and we talked about that before the game downstairs about thinking Milapo not doing too much. Last junior college job I was at a year ago, we went and signed a kid from Japan, strictly a drop-down submarine guy, and you want him as a late-inning guy. He's really tough on right-hand hitters. That kid's now doing a good job at Mississippi Valley, but you can't be pull conscious.
So right here, we speak of that sweeping ball here. Got Burford out front. Got him out front, reached for it, able to keep it fair, goes off third baseman's glove. Mm-hmm. I think fair ball right there.
Absolutely. I'm not sure what the discussion about.
So I don't think the plate guy saw it bounce off the glove is what happened. Got knocked to foul. He calls it foul. Yeah. Coach McMahon gets him to talk. They said, deem, yes, it was fair ball. So they're holding him at first base. However, Coach McMahon's arguing, you took away my chance to go to hustle to second. Absolutely. I guess you can't just give the guess. I lost my train of thought. What word I was looking for? The assumption.
The assumption.
There you go.
Get a double out of it.
So either way, 1 out. Burford's going to stay at first base. Cole Prosek back to the top here. Shows bunt. Ball gets away on the wild pitch.
The thing with the drop down guys is just the funky arm action, and this is a guy that can really get you in a slump for a month. You know, guys are trying to do too much. They're out on their front side instead of letting the ball get deep, let it travel, thinking more middle oppo. So, yeah, he's been tough.
You know, he's shown a few times 2 or 3 of those sweeping breaking balls away to righties. They're about 60 miles an hour. And then he comes back in with that 2-seamer inside. Mm-hmm. Kind of freezes you as he hits Cole there.
Mm-hmm. He's probably to the point now where he's been overexposed a little bit. Usually those guys one time, maybe max.
This is our
twice as
third
amount.
time here now.
Yeah, he's been overexposed a little bit. So
I'm going to guess he's around 62 pitches. That's my guess. We'll see how close I am here in just a second. Either way, first and second, one out. Trey Miller to the plate to strike out in a walk, scored a run. So going back, and he's kind of giving us a few fits, but not only the pitches, the tempo of the game has been slow.
right.
Pretty good bunt by Trey, and you're going to have to put that one in your pocket.
Yeah, we talked about that earlier. The tempo of the game is really slow, and this is a guy you can really run on. Just watching, the little things. The catcher drops to his knees. He lobs the ball back to the mound. But if I had my stopwatch right now, I'd say the pitcher out of the stretch probably about 1.5 to the plate. Not very quick to the plate.
Ethan Barnes comes up, one out, bases loaded. RBI leader on the team.
Really want to thank Middle-Lapo here. Not to do too much.
Been hit by a pitch and a single so far. Misses away, ball one. We were talking up here earlier with Asher a little bit and Wynn here. We were talking about the tempo of the game, and in my humble opinion, Chiefs are much better when there's a high energy.
Mm-hmm.
They're a high energy team, and when it good or bad, however you deem it, but when it gets a little chippy, it's kind of when they are at their best. And so, a guy like Wooten who can really slow it down.
Yeah, you compare it to basketball of a team walking it up the floor and slowing the tempo down, and it's kind of what's happening here. You get a big blow right here.
Could be it. It's going to be foul. 2-1 count, still bases loaded, one out for Ethan Barnes at the plate.
Yeah, you could break their backs here, the ball in the gap. You got good speed on the bags, and Miller opportunity, he could score from first on an extra base hit.
Well, Barnes is certainly a guy that can produce an extra base hit.
This right-hander, I'm assuming what you've seen too is two-pitch guy mostly.
Yep.
So you can kind of sit on those two and probably eliminate one.
63 shaker.
That was just his 64th pitch right there. So that's 3 off or so.
Yeah. He hasn't had a really high pitch count inning, so you can break their back here with a big blow.
Ball driven to left. Shirley moves back, and he's going to drop it, so that's going to score at least 2. And I say it kind of bit us right there, but I thought Trey was doing a pretty smart thing. It looked like Shirley was going to get to the ball. He goes back to tag, gets dropped, so now he only gets to go to second. But still plates 2. Preston Sowell coming to the plate, first and second, one out.
Yeah, left fielder gets back, he gets behind it, gets a glove on it, and just doesn't make the catch. I don't know if he was fearing the wall out there without a warning track, but I think he felt like that wall was a little closer than it was. Don't see anybody warming in the Wayne bullpen, so coach is saying, there you are, big boy, go get him.
They went a long time Tuesday without anybody. Or it could be a guy already out there in a position is going to throw.
Yeah.
Coach is making the trip out. So with 1 out, 2 on base, Preston Sowell to the plate. We're going to take a pause, and we'll be right back. All right, we're back first and second, one out. Preston Sowell to the plate. He's walked and flown out to center. Speaking of center, Colton Stringer he looks the part out there.
Yeah, he does. Looks like a middle linebacker. Sal can really be looking on the inner half here, where he likes to get in his wheelhouse. Third baseman's not really in double play depth. He's in, so anything relatively through the 6 hole is going to get through. Well hit. Very cool.
It's almost like you've seen this game before, Junior.
I think I have. 1 or 2. Sal with a big RBI single.
So after that, still first and second as he scores Trey Miller.
Now batting, number 9.
It's going to bring up catcher Quincy Pratt. RBI single and flown out to center. And while that's happening, looks like we're going to have a pitching change for the Jaguars, and we'll be back. All right, and we're back as the Jaguars make their pitching change. They're going to bring in center fielder Colton Stringer, who you've heard us talk about the last game and a half. Junior says he looks like a middle linebacker, and he does. He's a fit fella.
Yeah, that uniform fits for sure.
So as he finishes up, Quincy Pratt's going to be up again, first and second, one out. And we talk about Quincy a lot on here as just there's only one gear.
Mm-hmm.
Big game, unimportant game, big at bat, third at bat, up 10 in the 7th or in the 5th. It doesn't matter. It's one gear.
Yeah, love his motor, love the way he plays the game. And you can see a love of the game in that kid and all those Pratt boys and their passion for the game. And with this long inning, Connor Edge down in the bullpen trying to stay loose. And it's been about a 25-minute inning, I think.
Have scored 3 so far. Need 2 more if we can there, Junior. So, again, report is rain is coming. We found a double right here.
Pratt, stay back and be patient.
So while I wasn't looking, looks like they subbed Robbins for Sowell. Be the runner at first, and I think Coach McMahon noticed the same thing. Somebody that can score from second on any extra base. From first on any extra base hit. Robbins runs well.
Yeah, you got a little different surface now that's wet, so some guys will tiptoe.
And hard ground ball to the second baseman. Going to say he's safe at second out on the transfer.
Yep.
Around 100% chance of rain.
Yeah, coming close.
Now batting number 2, Shaw Coley.
You got to like Pratt's approach there. He stayed back, tried to go the other way, and
Oh, yeah, that's a hard ground ball.
Hard
And
ground
for a second
ball.
there, I thought I was going to get through.
yeah, hard ground ball the other way.
So Shaw Coley to the plate. 6-4 fielder's choice and a walk on the night.
Now the hitters have to take a different approach. You go from a drop down submariner to a guy that's over the top, 3/4, a little bit better velo.
It looks like fastball, kind of 12-6 maybe, breaking ball.
Mm-hmm. There it goes. Dirt ball. Gotta love those dirt ball reads. Get another guy in scoring position.
That's it. Now single should give us the 10th run. Not to put any pressure on you, Shaw. But the rain's coming.
Rain's coming and dinner's coming.
That's exactly.
He laid off a nice pitch there.
Yes.
Patient.
So if we're taking that one, I'm going to bet we're going 3-0 take here. It's like Griff Hill. Let's move down to the on-deck circle. And he's going to get a chance to hit right here for Jack Price. Shaw Coley draws his second walk. So bases loaded, 2 outs. Chiefs lead at 8-0.
Now batting number 24, Griff Hill.
Bottom 4.
I think the raindrops are beginning to come down.
A couple umbrellas popped up. A few jackets put on. Strike one at 85, the radar says.
Yeah. Hitters will be aggressive early here in the count. Kid's showing he's around the zone. Make it happen early.
Oh, that ball bounced all the way back. That's going to be bad luck.
Mm. Yeah, ball bounces back after those bricks and unpadded area and came right back to the catcher. It's tough luck.
So, I thought that was 3 outs, but I thought maybe I was wrong for a minute. Yes. Tough all around right there. So either way, that's going to end it for the Chiefs. In the middle of Griff's at bat right there. See how Coach McMahon handles that one with the re-entry. Again, 3 runs scored in the bottom of the 4th makes it 8-0. We'll be back. Chiefs top half of the 5th. And we're back. New pitcher for the Jaguars is going to lead off the fourth, Colton Stringer. Grounded out to third in his first at bat. Connor Edge still on the mound for your Chiefs. Kicks and delivers strike one, fastball inside. Yeah. So we talked about him on the break. You've been around this game a long time at a lot of different levels. And what do you think about Connor Edge?
Really like him. Aggressive, comes right at hitters, nice breaking ball. He competes. Doesn't seem, from what I've seen in the last 2 years, that any moment's too big for him. And I think he'll have a really, really good junior college career. He's a competitor, bulldog.
He definitely has some dog in him, and you'll appreciate that left-handed hat he wears. I've always liked it.
Yeah, I'm not sure about the CC Sabathia look. I'm going to let Connor know he's right-handed.
Something about those lefties, man. They forget how to wear that hat. Just doesn't fit the same for them. I have one of my own.
One thing about Connor, too, I like it. He works both sides of the plate. And I believe he has an idea of what he's trying to accomplish. Just a competitor and has a good feel for pitching, and he's had a good career here, obviously, at Magnolia Heights.
Well, that walk right there, that's the first base runner allowed so far, and made it to the fifth. And I didn't talk about it, so it's not my fault.
Yeah. It's like jinxing a free throw shooter. Glad you didn't.
So that's going to bring up Tyler Wooten, starting pitcher today. Looked at strike three in his first at bat. Foul ball, strike one.
Edge looking to roll a ground ball right here.
Fastball outside, part of the plate, strike two. And talk about that, getting this ground ball in the Chiefs' defense. I guess I hadn't thought about it yet, but Coach Scott let me know today 5 is the most we've given up all year in the game.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty good. Done it twice.
Yeah.
It's pretty good at the high school level, I'd say.
It's impressive against the hitters that the schedule they played. And, one thing that impresses me about Magnolia's arms is they compete when they're on the mound. They really do. Good adjustment by Barnes there. Wasn't a double play ball, and he's coming to get it, so you get the sure out at first.
He did it. Thought about second.
Yeah, it's a tough play. You're throwing it back across your body. You're moving away from that play. Go ahead and with a big lead. Hurry zone play. Come get it. Throw across. Get an out.
And I tell you, it's probably tough to make that decision after some of the double plays him and Cole have turned there.
Mm-hmm. He has made that play this year where he's turned double play with
for sure
coming and getting it, and just an athletic play.
So 1 out runner at second base. Catcher Caden Lowry also strike out in his first at bat. Looking to get the Jaguars on the board here.
I think right here in a situation where it's 8-0, you come right at these hitters. Pitch with a lead. Don't mess around with hitters. Don't mess around with too many breaking balls. Go right at guys.
So that leads to a question I was going to talk to you about. As a team, playing from behind, and we pop this one sky high, Quincy may have a chance on it. He does a good job finding the fence.
Nice play.
Foul ball, pop out to the catcher there. And we're going to bring up Cale Graham with 2 outs, runner at second. So you talk about 8-run lead. Fill it up. Don't walk them. Go right at them. Or if you're a team that's losing, you don't want to make outs on the bases. But if your whole success all year has been movement and action, if the breaking ball is my best pitch, what do you change that, or do you stick with what gets you there?
No, I think you stick with what gets you there. But I don't think you want to mess around with breaking balls into the bottom of the order with a big 8-0 lead.
There you go.
Yeah, you got to come right at kids, and there's a reason they're hitting in the bottom of the order.
Pop fly there to Trey Miller, moves under, and that's going to retire the Jaguars in the 5th. So it's going to be 8-0. Chiefs coming up, looking to add 2. We'll be back. So in the inning ended, the 4th ended for the Chiefs. Play at the plate. Darren Griff Hill's at bat, and he was a pinch hitter at the time, so he stayed in the game. He's going to lead off the bottom of the 5th. Takes ball 1, 85 and up. Looks like the rain has gone back away for a minute, hopefully.
Hopefully it stays away.
Gonna drive a base hit, single out to right center there over the second baseman. Start off the inning, Griff Hill.
Get that leadoff man on and put some guys in motion, try to generate some offense here.
So Leland Weldon pop up to second, ground out to third tonight.
Now batting number 7.
So talk about another young guy, sophomore. Big, strong kid. Over the last couple years has shown he can hit the ball, drives it for a little power.
Mm-hmm. Really like his hands defensively at first. You know, you like to see a guy be able to make his infielders look good, and he's able to play through some balls and pick some balls over there and does it with ease.
Well, you know, one thing I've noticed in this game over the years, first basemen they go to first and catch the ball. You know, when you find somebody that kind of knows and works with them and knows the footwork of the position, and somebody along the way has taught it to him, and you can tell he's put a little time working on his defense over there. As Griff goes, fakes it.
Yeah, fake steal. Get those middle infielders crashing the bag, and you create a big 6-hole and a 4-hole for your hitter. Love the fake steals.
So as coach on the defensive side, do you base hit back up the middle is going to get Griff to second on the single there? Do you have to cheat to get there for the steal, or do you have to hold your ground first? What's the defensive strategy there?
Yeah, you got to be able to hold your ground and not give up too much of the 4 and 6 hole. You have to freeze and hold your ground a little bit longer. I know if I don't understand why more teams don't fake steal. I do it with every team I've ever coached, high school, college level, and I've learned it from one of the best years ago in Mike Kennison, and it just makes sense to create holes for your hitter by getting those middle infielders crashing, and you get catchers popping up and trying to backpick and throwing it down the right field line. And if you play up-tempo baseball, you want a fake steal.
You talk about good ones that have done it. You mentioned Mike Kennison. He's won a game or two.
Oh, man, classic. The game misses him right now. I miss him. Had opportunity to work for him and several years ago, but couldn't pull the trigger on it. And he is the ground ball to short, going to go the short way, 6'4", runner safe at first. But Coach Kennison is a Hall of Famer, and anybody, any high school coach in the state of Mississippi or anywhere, if they went and took time to sit down and, I would go to their practices and go sit in his office and pick his brain, and there's just not a lot of coaches like that give you the freedom to do that. The game misses him, and he's the athletic director now at Delta State and done a great job. But yeah, definitely a Hall of Famer. Won a national title in 2004. It's hard to win those.
Hard to win those. As that flips the order over, Cole Prosek comes up, runs at first and third. That we straight still here, trying to get that guy to second. Yeah,
the catcher still dropping to his knees, and really love Prosek's approach. His baseball IQ is off the charts. His uncle's on the big league staff at Milwaukee, played at Arkansas. His uncle's an infield coach in Milwaukee, and just you can just see his baseball IQ is off the charts here.
That's going to work to 3-0, and also I was going to say maybe we hold him here. Left-handed hitter, keep that hole a little bigger maybe.
Yeah, big 4-hole over there.
Also, some more good stock. His mom, softball player at Arkansas.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
That's going to be ball 4 to Prosek.
Yeah, I had a good chat with her the other night about her dad. Her dad was the all-time winningest coach in the state of Wisconsin. We went back to when Norm DeBryan was the head coach at Arkansas, how he had a recruiting pipeline to Wisconsin, and
Number 11, Trey Miller.
kind of went back to the Matt Erickson is his uncle's name. I went blank there for a minute. His uncle played at Arkansas. It's from Wisconsin.
Definitely comes from good stock for sure. And that loaded the bases. Trey Miller comes to the plate, strike out a walk and a bunt single. Need one more hit out of him tonight, huh?
Need to get Trey going. Let him find a barrel here. Really exciting player to watch, and love the fact that he's not afraid to use the bunting game. And
I'm sure there's been some times if you asked him, he would say, look for a little more result there. Same thing, wild pitch, ball bounces hard off the break back to him, has to hold grip there. But he's also, when he's hot, he can get as hot as anybody.
That's right. He can carry you, and he showed that early in the year. I remember the games in Florida. He put a string of at-bats together that were impressive.
And if I remember correctly, I don't think we even saw an average arm in Florida.
No, those SEC guys, draft guys, or portal guys.
That's where the money is. These pro contracts.
NIL guys.
Let's see.
Another walk makes it 9-0.
And Ethan Barnes comes up. Bases loaded. If my math is correct, that's winning run at third base.
That would be correct, sir.
So right here, base hit. Everybody make sure you touch your base. Everybody move up.
Move up 90 and touch them. Barnes right on that one. 81-mile-an-hour fastball. Just missed it.
Again, Liberty commit.
Yep, that's a Liberty signee, 11 hours from home, and Mama's going to struggle with that one.
I think that's deep enough.
Here's a drive. Fly ball center field. Center fielder gets to it, makes a catch. Runner tags and score, and makes it 10-0.
And, you say Stringer. I know it ended the year there for him, but that's a pretty good play to go get that ball right there.
Yeah, he went a long ways. He sure did.
It's a deep drive right there by Barnes. The bases loaded, sack fly in. That's going to do it here tonight as your Chiefs win the first series of the playoffs. I think we go to Simpson Tuesday.
If they win.
If Simpson wins, okay. Maybe I'm getting a little ahead of myself, but on the road Tuesday for sure. Back here, doubleheader Thursday if needed. And thanks for tuning in. Junior, thank you.
Absolutely. Enjoyed it. Let's keep it rolling, Chiefs.
And we'll see y'all Tuesday.